Hello everyone, Matt here and welcome to my fragrance obsession. I hope you're all doing very well this evening. Now in tonight's review I am going to be talking about a fragrance that I've always wanted in my collection and I'm so happy to finally have it in my collection, and the fragrance is Pour Louis by Oscar de la Renta. Now this fragrance came out in 1980, so it's been out for a long time. When I first got it I wasn't expecting it to smell like the way it did. It was a big surprise for me. This is an amazing fragrance. Definitely a alluring scent, definitely a strong fragrance, definitely mature, but definitely has something to offer. You know, I think a lot of older fragrances do have something to offer, even in today's day and age. And this one is just a fine example of how well crafted a lot of powerhouse fragrances can be. For me personally, I'm very happy to have this in my collection and I really do hope you enjoy my review for it. So, here we go. Now let's talk about the presentation for this fragrance. Here we go. Now the presentation for Pour Louis by Oscar de la Renta is, well, I can't fault this bottle design. I don't think you can get more classy than this. This is just an awesome bottle design. This fragrance, of course, has had a lot of reformulations and bottle designs ever since it first came out in 1980. But this is the version of today. We get this really nice bottle. This is a 90ml size bottle, by the way. I do believe you can get 50ml as well, but I only paid I think it was like £17 for this, for a 90ml, so pretty decent size. But we get Pour Louis. Let me just get the light adjusted. There we go. We get Pour Louis, we get Eau de Toilette, Oscar de la Renta in the Oscar de la Renta writing underneath. We get this lovely cap. It is kind of like a dark green when you shine it in light. I know this camera doesn't really do justice, but if you shine a torch on it, it's kind of like a dark green. It's really nice. The bottle itself is blue, especially when you shine light through it. It's really pretty. We get this nice little logo on the top here. It's kind of like a star. Really like that. The atomizer is absolutely spot on. Brilliant sprayer on this fragrance, and that is pretty much the presentation. Nothing on the back, we just get some information there on the bottom, a little bit of a sticker, and that's pretty much it. So in terms of the bottle design, really nice bottle design. I really do like it, and that is the presentation for Pour Louis by Oscar de la Renta. So like I said before, guys, this fragrance is relatively new in my collection. I also bought two other new fragrances, which I will be doing reviews on pretty soon, so please do look forward to them. This fragrance is absolutely incredible. I've been meaning to get this for a long time, because as you guys know, I'm in love with one 80s powerhouse fragrance, which of course is Lapidus Pour Homme. And a lot of people, including a lot of you guys on here, and people on my Instagram account, have said, look, if you love Lapidus Pour Homme, you need to check out Pour Louis by Oscar de la Renta. What's the matter with you? And I've kept on, you know, saying I'll get it eventually, and boy am I glad that I did get it eventually, because this fragrance is absolutely fantastic. This is probably not as good as Lapidus Pour Homme, but it's definitely a fragrance that is worth checking out, and I'm so glad that I have. Now, before I do talk about the notes, guys, I just want to say that the perfumer for this fragrance is unknown. I have tried to find who designed this fragrance and I cannot find a name, so let's just go straight ahead and talk about the mighty notes for Pour Louis by Oscar de la Renta. Here we go. Now, the top notes for this fragrance are aldehydes, caraway, juniper berries, lavender, galbanum, basil, sage, anise, and bergamot. Now I'm going to spray this fragrance on my skin. Here we go. Just put the cap on there. The spray for this fragrance is absolutely amazing, but just know that when you do get it, go easy on it, because even though it's such a nice spray, it literally makes you want to spray more than once. So try not to get too trigger friendly with it. Now, when I smell this fragrance, okay, I get a very alluring, very well blended, sort of dated, classy smell, which definitely reminds me of another fragrance that I have in my collection. And the fragrance is simply Antaeus by Chanel. Not exactly the same as this fragrance, but definitely the same type of scent. A leathery, spicy, dark, sort of mysterious aroma to it. Something very different. And The animalic side to this fragrance literally reminds me of Antaeus by Chanel. But like I said, it's not exactly the same. But just know that when you do smell Paul Louis, you might actually agree. I don't know if you will agree with me or not. I don't know. But let me know if you do get a bit of an Antaeus vibe, because I do very, very strongly. So in terms of the notes, you get that immediate blast of aldehydes. The aldehydes makes this fragrance smell very airy. Makes it smell kind of chemical at first. It's not exactly the best smell, if I'm honest with you, but after it's been on your skin for about 2 minutes, the fragrance really dies down. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. The aldehydes are super strong, super potent at first, so you've just got to give it a couple of minutes, maybe not even a couple of minutes, maybe in just a minute or so, just for it to die down. And you get this immediate blast of lavender and basil. It's like the lavender is very powdery, but the basil is very, very herbal and very, very dark. And I think with the way the bottle looks, the dark cap, the dark bottle, it just captures the smell really, really well. It's like dark and very mysterious. It's so, so good. Yeah, it really does remind me of Antaeus, like a very, of course, cheaper alternative to Antaeus, you know? So I do think if you like Antaeus, you are going to like this fragrance. But anyway, that's enough of comparing it. So it's like that lavender and the basil are creating that herbal, powdery, floral, herbal smell, you know? But you kind of get that little bit of bergamot in the background, and the bergamot really makes a sort of citrusy smell overall. It's like hidden citrus. Not overly citrus, but it's there. What I mean by older fragrances being very citrusy, I'm talking about fragrances like Eau Sauvage. You know how fragrances like that are very strong on the citruses, especially the lemon and the bergamot. This fragrance isn't like that. This is a very musky, dark, sort of leathery scent. But it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Work of art, in my opinion. Really, really good. In terms of the middle notes, you get cyclamen, carnation, patchouli, cinnamon, vetiver, cedarwood, and geranium. So this fragrance is one of those scents that gets better the longer it's been on your skin. After it's been on your skin for about an hour, the fragrance definitely mellows out. The aldehydes wear off, a little bit of that lavender does, but the basil definitely is stronger, I would say, especially in the middle. But in terms of the middle notes, you definitely get a lot of cinnamon, and you definitely get a lot of patchouli. It's definitely not like a Giorgio Beverly Hills for Men, but the patchouli note in this is very dusty and it's dark. That's what it is with this fragrance. It's a very dark, sort of semi-animalic, heavy leather fragrance. The cinnamon in this fragrance is beautiful as well. Very old school. It doesn't remind you of a Christmassy cinnamon. This is literally like a cinnamon stick. Very genuine, very pure, and very, very spicy. The cedarwood and the geranium, I don't get much geranium, but I do get a lot of cedarwood. The cedarwood is definitely sweet, and it's the cedarwood that really makes this fragrance sweet overall. Because it's an unusual one, you know? Because when you first spray this, like I said, it's dark, it's musky, it's a little bit animalic as well, but it has a bit of a sweetness to it, and the cedarwood is just so dominant in this scent. So, so dominant. Even when you first spray it, it's super, super strong. But no doubt about it, this fragrance just gets better and better the longer it's been on your skin, literally. And in the dry down, guys, in the base notes, we get labdanum, leather, sandalwood, musk, and oak moss. Yeah, there's a lot of notes in this fragrance, but a lot of masculine notes, a lot of old school retro notes, which to me definitely makes this fragrance. Because I like my oldest scents, this is one of the best for me personally. The dry down on this scent is breathtaking. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a leather like no other. It's like a leather, cinnamon, smoky incense sort of dry down. I can't really describe it. I can't even describe it, guys. It's something else. It's just so beautiful. It's like, it's amazing. It's just so, so good. In fact, I was looking at reviews on a fragrance directory. I think it was either Fragrantica or Perfumo. Or Parfumo, I think it's pronounced. And one guy actually said that this is like the type of scent Count Dracula would wear. And when I was reading that comment, I was like agreeing. I was like, you know what? Yeah, definitely. It's dark. It's mysterious. It's it's kind of got that magical sort of smell to it. Like, you know, there's an incense stick that I used to own called Dragon's Blood. And it had this sort of mysterious, sort of just strong incense smell. And it's like that. It's like the type of smell you would smell on an incense stick in a sort of healing shop or meditation shop. So if you're into like those type of scents, you might want to check this one out. To me, guys, this overall is just an amazing fragrance. So, so beautiful. Very well blended for the price. And I think the fact that, you know, it is an old scent, and I have no doubt, before you guys comment, I have no doubt the vintage formulation is better. But unfortunately, you know, I'm pretty proud of this version. So if I ever get my hands on a vintage, I will let you guys know. But so far, this is an amazing fragrance. It smells so genuine, very rich, but I just love it because it's so dark and it's so mysterious. It's a very unique scent, but when I say unique, I mean like maybe 60-70% unique, and then Antaeus comes to mind, you know? But still an amazing fragrance. I would highly recommend it, especially if you're into Antaeus. But if you're into your old school powerhouses, this is a great one to have. I'm so, so happy with this. I'm going to be wearing this like crazy in the winter time because it's so warm. The cinnamon in this fragrance is really going to do well in the cold weather, I can just tell. Yeah, I'm so, so happy to have this fragrance. And guys, I really do hope you enjoyed my review for this amazing fragrance. Please do let me know in the comments below what you thought of this review. And if you do have this fragrance, do let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you hate it. Either way, I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Keep smelling good and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye for now.